Getting the character here. There's nothing worse than thinking you have milk and not having it. You know, you got the bowl set, the cereal, the spoon, the napkin, the TV. You know, everything's ready to go. You go to pick up the carton and it's too light. You're like, oh no! It's too light! Or like sometimes you think you need milk. Like, hey, maybe we should pick up some milk. Like many of you are thinking right now. You know he's right. Maybe we should pick up some milk. So you'll go home and you'll pick up some milk. And then you'll discover you already have milk. Now you've got way too much milk. That's no good either. Now it's a race against the clock with the expiration date. That freaky thing. Now you're eating giant punch bowls of cereal 3 meals a day. You're washing your face with milk. You're bringing in cats all over the neighborhood. You're like, come on, hurry up! Drink it, it's almost time! Get back over here. How did they know that that is the definite exact day, though? You know, they don't tell you like it's in the vicinity, give or take, roughly. They just brand it into the side of the carton and then there's your goddamn day right there. Oh, don't screw with us. We know what day is the final day. And then it is so over. You ever had milk the day after the day, though? Scares the shit out of you, doesn't it? The spoon's trembling as it comes over out of the bowl. You're like, it's the day after the day! I'm taking a big chance! I smelled it, you smelled it, what's it supposed to smell like? How did they know, though? You know, maybe the cows tip them off when they're milking and it's July 3rd. That's it, thank you.
So, I've been trying to think for a while, like what's the best way to describe this assembly? The thought didn't come to me until the last open mic night, where Mitch Carruthers was drinking 2 bottles of beer while like playing Katy Perry songs backwards on his guitar. And it kind of came to me. Mallet is a lot like alcohol. And it's not because we're all alcoholics. Don't anyone in here like just be like, I'm not that much of an alcoholic. Yes, you fucking are. We'll drink on a Wednesday, sometimes. Maybe me. I have a beer for breakfast occasionally. Or less. My point is, I like to think, I never really thought about it. Mallet is a lot like alcohol, and I'll tell you why. Mallet's a lot like, it's like that big drum hunch punch we make for a party. We all go at it, and then we get real shit-faced, and then 1 o'clock we're all looking at each other half-naked in the drawing room, like, how did I get here? What have I done with my life? I don't know, I'm enjoying myself, but this is still weird. Or, it's like that beer that Jackie tells you to drink because it's really good, I promise. Hey, Jackie. Or it's like that Smirnoff ice you open with a friend when you're sitting in a room and you're just having a real good heart-to-heart about something personal. Smell, it's a good place, I think, to really like flesh out feelings you'd really normally not tell any other people. Overall, that Mallet's like alcohol, not because we're all alcoholics, but because people drink to celebrate and commemorate and just acknowledge that you're about to have a great moment, or that you're in a great moment, and that you've had a great moment. Bad or good, it's going to lead to some kind of moment that you're going to remember. I just wanted to share that with you guys. So, here's the deal.
Instead of waiting in her tower, Rapunzel slices off her long golden hair with a carving knife, and then uses it to climb down to freedom. Just as she's about to take the poison apple, Snow White sees the familiar wicked glow in the old lady's eyes and slashes the evil queen's throat with a pair of sewing scissors. Cinderella refuses everything but the glass slippers from her fairy godmother, crushes her stepmother's windpipe under her heel, and the prince falls madly in love with the mysterious girl who dons rags and blood-stained slippers.
Imagine this. Persephone goes adventuring with weapons hidden under her dress. Persephone climbs into the gaping chasm. Or Persephone uses her hands to carve a hole down to hell. In none of these versions is Persephone's body violated unless she asks Hades to hold her down with his forceps. Not once does she hold out on eating the pomegranate, instead biting into it eagerly and relishing the juice running down her chin and staining it red. In some of the stories, Hades never appears, and Persephone rules the underworld with a crown of her own making. In all of them, it is widely known that the name Persephone means bringer of destruction.
Imagine this. Red Riding Hood marches from her grandmother's house with a bloody wolf pelt. Medusa rights the wrongs that have been done to her. Eurydice breaks every muscle in her arms, climbing out of the land of the dead.
Imagine this. Girls are allowed to think dark thoughts and be dark things.
Imagine this. Instead of the dragon, it's the princess with claws and fiery breath,
who smashes her way from the confines of her castle
and swallows men whole.
Thing you want from me, my arms, my legs, my energy. I don't know how far I can go, and everything says no. But you know how it goes when you're used to your side of the bed. And I know you don't belong in this room, but you're here now, so what can I do? All that I am is all I was taught to be. All that you are is a wall between myself and me. Have you ever really looked at me or thought about me secretly? Do I make you wonder at all about the speed of light outside our little world? We might not feel so alone, and I know you don't belong in this room, but you're here now, so what can I do? All that I am is all I was taught to be. All that you are is a wall between myself and me, and all that I am is all I was taught to be. All that you are is a wall between myself and me.
I don't like walking around this old and empty house.
So hold my hand, I'll walk with you, my dear.
The stairs creak as I sleep, it's keeping me awake.
It's a house telling you to close your eyes.
Some days I can't even trust myself.
It's killing me to see you this way. 'Cause all the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. just a view. Now we're torn, torn, torn apart. There's nothing we can do.
Just let me go, we'll meet again soon.
Now wait, wait, wait for me. Please hang around. I'll see you when I fall asleep. Hey! Don't listen to a word I say. Hey! The screams all sound the same. Hey! So the truth may vary, this ship will carry on. Body safe to shore. So the truth to a word I say. Okay, it's fine.
Hey! The screams all sound the same. Hey!
So the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore. So the truth may vary, this ship will carry our bodies safe to shore.
Who shot that arrow in your throat? Who missed the crimson apple? It hung heavy on the tree above your head. This chaos, this calamity, that is God and once was perfect. Give your immortality to me. I'll set you up against the story of your life. We can't go on. This is time. This is peace life. Who caught your bad arrow in your throat? Who missed the crimson apple? There is discord in the garden tonight. Seas are wandering. This is the tale of beauty. Don't stop, darling. The lovers of life. I cut the arrow from your neck, stretched you beneath the tree. Among the roots and baby's breath, I covered up the burning army of life. Can't go on. This is not. This is a place to be alive. Seas are wandering. This is the land of beauty. Don't stop, darling. Seas are wandering. This is the land of beauty. Don't stop, darling. Lovers of
I tell myself I am the.
Gonna start over there. All right.
Every night I tell myself I am the cosmos. I am the wind. But that don't get you back again. Just when I was starting to feel okay, you're on the phone. So every night I tell myself I am the cosmos, I am the wind, but that don't get you back again. I'd really like to see you again. I'd really like to see you again. I'd really like to see you again. I never wanna 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 see you again.
Trees would bend down for a collective embrace and the occasional high five. And leaves would glow deep orange. The wind would blow back the hair under your woven hat. No one else here could wear a hat that bold. Patterned pavement squares would guide us through the red brick jungle, and even the flickering fluorescence in the metro cars would be the approving winks of civilization to its citizens, who would see the raw, vibrant charge in my eyes and feel comforted. Even in a world of genocide, an environmental rape and scientific indifference and a daily starvation and an absent God with no answers, there is a peace, something right in the pulsing warm space between the soul I wear and my satisfied curled smirk and the soul your eyes display like art in low suggestive lighting. But you are not her. You're a stand-in, a cardboard cutout, an emotional scarecrow. And while the car idles and lets in fumes, and the front seat gets warmer with steamy, stagnant air, I am reminded that you are not her, by the cold streetlight amber on empty parking lots, skipping records still playing the same rusty boredom, broken glass, shredded rubber, and soggy cardboard that lines the cracked sidewalk beneath us. You are not her. And I remember that dead orange leaves crack like broken skeletons, and the trees that bend down will break, that stars only clap when they're dying. The little space between my fake smile and your lied to eyes is losing its warmth to the icy wind and the cold truth that you are not her.
That's not right. Okay, sorry. We were the distance. We were the too close for comfort. We were the never comfortable. The 1 hour a week our therapists look forward to going to work. That's definitely not true. We couldn't afford therapy. We're the lie through your teeth, getting caught in our own bite. We're the junkyard dog with someone's heart in his jaw, saying, I'm just gonna make this on a fucking ukulele. 'Cause I can't play ukulele and read at the same time.
You got it.
Woo! Woo! This is totally more my usual anyway. Hi guys. Alright. We're the junkyard dog with someone's heart in his jaw saying, listen, I'm just really scared to be alone at night. We were the media thinking twice. We were the millionaire's lawn boy fucking a debutante in the shed. They told you were terrible in bed. You said I'm awesome in a tractor. We're the ones who look like slackers, but we were not the slackers. We were bringing harmonicas to yoga class, saying if I'm gonna breathe this world deep, I'm gonna get a song out of it. Every time we read a poem, we were killing it. We were trigger happy to trigger each other. Whenever someone left, we'd say, my father punches like those footsteps. We were the spike in the punch. We were the bar fight at the AA meeting. When I started saying my sober hurts, you said let's become quicksand in reverse. We were Banksy on an overpass in New Orleans, spray painting forgive me on the hurricane. We were Detroit writing picket lines. We were welcome mats for the unforgiven. We never sold our windpipes to make a living. We were listening to the wishing well say, I would have answered even if those coins never fell. We were the letters sent to the wrong address, but opened anyway. We opened anyway. We were the bearded women. We were the genderqueers with saran wrap binders. My mother said, "You've left me with nothing to wrap the casserole with." But we were learning to hear "I love you" in everything our mothers said. Because we were the see-through. We were the glass doors people kept running into, trying to learn how to shatter without hurting anyone. We brought our umbilical cords to show and tell. We held stethoscopes to our enemies' heartbeats. We started listening well. We were the word cuddle carved into the walls of a prison cell. We were the plasma that paid the rent. We were the monkey wrench in the untruth, in the untold, in the unspoken. We were the words unlearn everything they taught you. Open your mouth and speak that crushed glass from every ship in a bottle. You couldn't stand not to break out, friend. It was not a dream. Every poem we wrote with the chalk we stole from the hands that tried to outline our bodies into crime scenes. Now every time I scream, I build a home for the whisper of the lint and the sunbeam coming through the window. The day you died, friend, I was sitting by your bedside. I was whispering, we were the distance. We were the too close for comfort. We were the never comfortable. Thank God for the cannons of our chest, for the canyons of our open palms, for the dawn of our willing to break, for our willing to break even more, for the window, for the open door. You are not gone. You are not gone.
See that? Fear is the mind killer. I like this better. Prince Johnny, you're kind, but you're not simple. By now, I think I know the difference. You wanna be son of someone. Oh, I'm missing up all over the place. You wanna be a son of someone. Remember the time we went soaring, the piece of the Berlin Wall that you extorted, and we had such a laugh of it. Pride straight on that carpet. You like how I can't do that rhythm and sing at the same time? It's great. You trace the Andes on your index and brag of when and where and who you gonna bet next. Always sons of someone. Always sons of someone. I really can do this rhythm, so I'm just gonna do it like, and just go with it. Saw you pray to all to make you a real boy. Saw you pray to all to make you a real boy. Saw you pray to all
What's up?
I'll mean more than I'll get to you. I'll mean more than I meant to him. So I prayed to make me a real girl. So I prayed to make me a real girl. So I prayed to make me a real girl. So I prayed to make me a real girl. All right. USA deserves reverb on the track. Anybody who wants reverb on the track, just hit this button when you come up here. Give me a second. I'll make it loud and clear. And just 1 second. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just.
Walter!
I'm your worst nightmare come to life. I'm a girl who you can't shut up. There's not a guy big enough that can handle this mouth. I'm gonna tell everyone what you did to me. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house, and I was having this dream. And I was on a conveyor belt, and I'm 9 years old, and I'm really sleepy, tired, and there's this doctor. And he's looking down on me, and I'm looking up at him, and he's looking down on me, and I'm looking up at him, and he inspects every girl as they go by. And we're on an island, and it's not a part of the rest of the real world, it's like separate from the real world, and because I'm 9 years old and the only things I've learned are on the television, I think all the other girls on the conveyor belt are going to be brown, and I'm the only white one. And I'm going by, and I'm going by, and I'm going by, and he looks down, he inspects them, It's the middle of the night in my house, it was the middle of the night in my house, it was the middle of the night in my house, it was the middle of the night in my house, and he stops, and he comes to me, and he is looking down on me, and I'm looking up at him, and he's looking down on me, and I'm looking up at him, and he reaches his hand down, and he starts touching me. Is this a dream? Is this a dream? It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house, only I wasn't dreaming. I really don't think I was dreaming. I really think something happened in that house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. But like, what if I had a fantasy before that made me dream it? Or what if I saw something on TV? Or what if it just didn't really happen and then I start accusing people and then everyone gets upset? And what about the fact that I like passive and submissive sex? It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. Something was happening. Why was it that I woke up for the first 12 years of my life with no top on? It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. I'm your worst nightmare come to life. 'Cause I'm not gonna shut up. I'm gonna tell everyone. I'm gonna tell everyone. I can sing you a pretty song. I can sing you a pretty song. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. It was the middle of the night in my house. And something did happen. Why would a baby dream of rape? Why would a baby dream of rape? Why would a baby dream of rape? Thank you.
Down into a field of spice. The grass is green, the sky is blue. Oh, the sun bullies the moon. So I will make you see that you belong to me. Stick me to you. Nature needs no proof. Always be true. I would never
I would never
call you a bitch.
call you a bitch.
You are clever.
You are clever. He is not.
The leaning time
Leaning time
came way too fast. I want you,
I want you
to last.
so I can
and I will make you see that you belong to me. Stick me to you. Nature needs no glue. Always be true. Thinking, drinking, thinking, feeling.
You said watch that romantic film, but who plays me and who plays you? Are you the one who gets the girl, or are you the one who ends up dead? But I can make you see that you belong to me. Stick me to you. Nature needs no glue. I can hold you tighter, and I can make you lighter than the air that you've been breathing. I know he'll say don't leave him while the cannons are firing and the world outside's expiring. I've started making plans, so come on, give me a chance. Always be true. Have you ever watched the sun go down?
And you're thinking about the world spinning round. Have you ever been high as fuck? You're in the bathroom mirror talking to yourself.
And your dog's looking at you like you need help.
Have you ever been high as fuck? Then your heart pumping really fast and you're convinced that you're gonna have a heart attack. Have you ever been high as fuck?
Are you now?
You close your eyes and you're on a chicken farm. The only problem's that the chickens have human arms.
You say that's fucked up, why do the chickens have human arms?
You need snacks, so you walk to the corner store.
But you're scared because you think that they will know you're high.
So you walk to buy sometime.
You finally decide to go into the store.
You're so high you don't know why you're there anymore.
So you just buy a pack of gum and get the hell out of there.
Walking home and your mouth is dry.
You should have bought some juice and snacks, but you were too high.
Thinking about ketchup chips.
And for some reason, the game Battleship.
And you start thinking about how fun it was to play games like Battleship when you were a kid. And how, as we get older, we forget to play and just enjoy ourselves. And you say, guess what? I'm going to make up a game right now. And it involves a baseball bat and a porcupine. And I'm going to try and kill a porcupine with a baseball bat. And you don't know where to find a porcupine. So you do a search on eBay, but people don't sell porcupines on the internet. And you say, you know, world, you got me cornered again. Roll another joint.
Your whole backers were so old that they weren't crispy anymore. Have you ever been high as fuck?
Like that problem Paxton was having with like rhythm, I can't do that either. So I'll just play and we'll see if it works. But I also like don't know how to play guitar, so sorry.
BK, you can do it. Woo! Use your China powers.
Come right back by all that they have. Convenient disguise, they distantly laugh. You are 11, 1997. God is implicit, your luck is consistent. No, I cannot see into the future. No, I cannot see underwater. It's your last word, I'll call out to you. This place is vile and I am vile. Somewhere like that. Okay, just joking. This is a new guitar. My gallant father, vomit and water. We're not alone here, and we invent our own fears, and separately we will see chaos, condolence, defeat. In this place, you're in this, you sleep double wides, you sleep in motels, and my words are ugly, and you can't discern me, I'm buried under your damaged wonder. No, I cannot see into the future. No, I cannot breathe underwater. It's your last word. This part, I don't know this part. Let's go to the chorus. Let's see, how did it go? I could just end. Good song.
Make it.
Check this out.
Because they're like the #1 classical label ever. So yeah, this is going on a classical music release. So prepare your bodies.
on Saturday. My tie was still on, my hat was resting on the bedpost, with sunglasses lost in the sheets. But oh, who will I call? Chevy's an ass, and Gilda's got a cold. I always took the fall, but it didn't matter then, 'cause John would always laugh, but he's not laughing now. Rush to call my agent on Monday. I need new work to get my head out of this. It's with a young kid named Murray. It's a ghost flick, but the hell with it. And oh, who will I call? Chevy's an ass and Gilda's got a cold. Always took the fall, but it didn't matter then, 'cause John would always laugh, but he's not laughing now. And I knew the guy he used to buy from. I may have even introduced him. He was a skinny guy up from Brooklyn, arms always full of women. So I decided to take my shotgun and take a long walk to Brooklyn. I'd make him put the outfit on and strap him into the chair. And then I stuffed everything in his mouth, everything that he was holding, and I left him there to shout. Had an audition.
2, 3, 4.
Had to move on without our brother John. I mean, everybody's got to sing new songs, so Elwood, it's time to move. Chevy's an ass and Gilda's got a cold. I always took the fall. It didn't matter then, 'cause John would always laugh. That he's laughing at us now. Thank you.
No matter where you go, Patty is a Patty. That's what I say. A grill is a grill. This is surely so. And fries should be fries either way. 1, 2, 3. This grill is not a home. This is not the stove. I know. I'm trading all the way. If you come back to stay, this kitchen's not the same without you. It's just a grill, it's just a greasy spoon without you.
I would spy on you, dearie.
everywhere you go, someone will be in love with you. And I know that if you would have stayed within these loving arms of mine, that every single one of these dreams would come true. Sorry. You outgrew had a bit. There's a promise says you may have the one who will not be named. So I beg him, ask Albus the same, please protect her. I wish you peace and love and happiness in everything you do. I pray that everywhere you go, someone will be in love with you. And I know that if you would have stayed within these loving arms of mine, that every single one of these dreams would come true. As I lay here, blood rushing out of my head, give my memories to a boy with scar on and your son, protected him since year one. As I'm dying, I look for one last time into his face and into your eyes and into your eyes. I wish you peace and love and happiness in everything you do. I pray that everywhere you go, someone will be in love with you. And I know that if you would have stayed within these loving arms of mine, that every single one of these dreams would come true. I wish you peace and love and happiness in everything you do. I pray that everywhere you go, someone will be in love with you. And I know that if you would have stayed within these loving arms of mine, that every single one of these dreams would come true. Oh, don't you always be mine, mine, baby, 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 ready to love go. Oh, don't you want me? Don't you want me no more? You know, for you, I would have done whatever, and I just can't believe being together. And I wanna play you, but I'm losing you. I'll buy you anything, I'll buy you any ring, and I'm in pieces. Baby, fix me, and you shake me till you wake from this bad dream. Going down, 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 and I just can't believe my first love won't be around. And I'm like, baby, 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 where did our love go? Oh, don't you want me? Don't you want me no more? And I was like, baby, 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 oh, like baby, 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 oh, like baby, 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 oh, don't you always be mine? Now I'm gone, I'm all gone, no, I'm all gone, I'm all gone, 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 now I'm gone, now I'm gone, oh, I'm
song really helped me get out of the plateau of playing a long time ago. And I've never played it outside of like in my room.
Did you do it?
No, I'm not ready.
We're not ready? Just down
Glass house. Proud to think you're too good, take the trash out. Well, are you dumb and blind? 'Cause it's a real fine line between teller and joke. Turning a knife, don't wreck my reputation. Let me wreck my own. Step off, step off. Yeah, you're getting too close to me with all your negativity. Just get lost. Just how to make a little difference here, so why you gotta interfere? Just keep climbing that mountain, the dirty tricks. And when you finally get to the top, step off. Put up everybody in this town. There ain't nothing between you and the cold hard ground. But now then, the truth is just
proximity, just get lost. Trying to make a little difference here, so why you gotta interfere? Just keep climbing that mountain with dirty tricks. And when you finally get to the top, step off. Sticks and stones may build a throne, but you'll be up there all alone. Step off. Step off. Keep climbing that mountain with dirty tricks. And when you finally get to the top, step off. Fuck off. I'm sorry that I called this late. I was hoping you were still awake. No, dear, I'm not drunk again this time. You know I've been hung up on you, but don't hang up until I'm through, until I'm done, dear. Please stay on the line. We both know that this is done. At the rising of the sun. So love me, let me come over, put your head on my shoulder, let me pretend, and don't worry, I'll be gone in the morning, write the last of our story, and that'll be the end. I need a photograph of love inside my mind before it's gone again. Something we already know, and look how late the hour grows. It's midnight and we're running out of time. Time. Look at your lover in the cold. The chest holds a heartbreak of gold. It's sweat and blood and crying tears of pride. So love me, let me come over, put your head on my shoulder, let me pretend, and don't worry, I'll be gone in the morning, write the last of our story, and that'll be the end. I need a photograph of love inside my mind before it's gone again. When the sun's up and we're through, I roll my way away from you, put on my shoes, my jacket and my smile. In the car driving away at just the perfect time of day for mist along another highway mile. Before it's gone again. Alright, so Mari and Osher are going to help me out here. If you know it, sing along. I heard there was a secret play that saved and ran and it saved the day, but second, the third, the fourth down kick, the punt return. It's Bryant Denny singing out, fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Yeah, sometimes we all make mistakes. It didn't work out all that great when we tried out that 57-yarder. But that old kick is in the past, 'cause FSU just kicked your ass. There's nothing quite as beautiful as fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Now I've said this from the start, we're all good people in our hearts, and what we have in common makes us stronger. So Crimson Tide or Florida Blue, Tennessee and LSU together come to sing this tune. Fuck Auburn, everybody! Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. One more time. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Fuck Auburn. Thank you very much.
Just imagine this is the way that the world ends, she said with disquiet under heat and blue sky. Under the sunlight, Tuscaloosa was glowing as the clouds moved in halos of dust and dead crumbs. The tangle of rubble, the ravaged wreckage lay steaming and gleaming, almost polished, for the rapture to come. Imagine, she said, the day of all endings, when the trumpets blow and the righteous are sucked up on high. Why? I don't have to imagine. I was there when it happened. When the clear clouds grew dark and the high swirling sky, spreading tendrils of black through the high vaulted heavens, crumbled and rotting and green to the eye. Strange silence that day. The day of the rapture, when trumpets blew to inform us that God's on his way, that the whirlwind was rising and the doomsday was rolling, that nothing could stop what was coming our way. If the rapture's coming, she wondered, who stays? And who goes? Does God know in the hour before it gets done? I wonder myself. I've wondered for weeks since I thought of the myriad ways they had died of that wrecking and reckoning rapturous day, when we knew God was coming with nowhere to hide, when the sky held the earth down and groped at her bones and kissed up the streets and licked up the houses and spat it out in dead clouds of timber and stone. That fingering God, the palm grinding down, smearing and scooping and eating the world, taking the holy halfway up to heaven, not far enough before dropping them down. It must have been God, because it left only crosses and dead poles and dead wires and the dead on the ground. The rapture's coming, I said, a few minutes more. Let's go back in the car and watch it get dark. So we lay in rapture in the back seat of a car and wondered about judgments and endings and souls. Lingering doubts, the death's divine dreaming, hoping for once that God makes us whole. And the old and the young who sit in the church pews and think not of storms, but of salvation and sin. Who pray for God to gather them closer, as if heaven could ever be something you win, while wild winds whipped and the dank heat grew damper and the clouds all shuddered over the darkening sun. In the car beneath the tree we lay, her and me, and simply prayed the rapture won't come. Bloom beneath the clouds, the light pours down the leafy shrouds, but never lays its gaze on Ottagai. Above the mossy rock-born creeks, nestled there in higher peaks, the lapping waves all whisper, Ottagai. Amid the bold and bone-dry trees, canebrakes rustle in the breeze as frogs and fowl call out from Ottagai. Bygone things from stranger days, I'll slip the half-blind mortal's gaze and gather on the banks at Otagati. Along the banks, the bird flocks break, great bodies slip beneath the lake, and silent eyes stare out from Otagati. What wallows in those waters red, beneath skies filled with restless dead, rises whole and hale from Otagati. Now hunters walk those sloping trails with knives in hands and belts of tails, and never lay an eye on Otagati. But the man who sings, half dead with fast, shall find his sight unveiled at last, and catch a last fading glimpse of Otagati. Thank you very much.
Close to my heart. Not intentionally, it's because every time I went to my grandmother's house in Ohio for 8 hours, and 8 hours there and 8 hours back, we would listen to Les Miserables all the way through because my mom had it on CD. And I grew to love it, you know, just because it was that sort of cheesy, you know, Broadway feel, you know, it was cheesy and yet it still touched your heart at the same time. And I love the play, but after having heard that throughout my childhood, I know about every damn word of it. So, this particular piece is called Master of the House, and if you're familiar with it. And I was thinking about, you know, like the meaning of Mallet, how it's very difficult to define, and I think this really represents Mallet because throughout the good times and the bad, there's always the master of the house bringing us together, bringing us the wine, bringing us good cheer. In particular, I dedicate this piece to Ted Grass and Shashank Mittal. I have no backing music. This might be a little bit. Come on, you old pest! Fetch a bottle of your best. What's the nectar of the dead? Here, try this not, guaranteed to hit the spot, or I'm not Thenardier. Landlord over here, where's the bloody man? One more for the road, one more slug of gin. Welcome. Oh shit. Sorry. Where am I? God damn it. Oh, sorry. Get a glass of rum. Landlord over here. Right away, you scum. Right away, monsieur. God, this place is going to hell. So you tell me every year. My host Thenardier, he was here, so they say, at the field of Waterloo. God, there it's true, but when the fight was all through, that he knew just what to do. Crawling through the mud, so I've heard it said, picking through the pockets of the English dead, he made a tiny score from the spoils of war. My band of soaks, my den of dissolutes, my dirty jokes, my always pissed and newts, my sons of ours spend their lives in my inn. Homing pigeons, homing in, they fly through my doors, and their money's good as yours. Ain't got a clue what he put into the stew, must have scraped off the street. God, what a wine shucker, and a turpentine must have mashed it with his feet. Landlord over here, where's the bloody man? One more for the road, one more slug of gin. Just one more for my old master. Welcome, monsieur. Sit yourself down and meet the best innkeeper in town. As for the rest, all of them crooks, cooking the lines and cooking the books. Seldom do you see honest men like me, a gent of good intent, who's content to be master of the house, doling out the charm, ready with a handshake and an open palm, tells a saucy tale, makes a little stir, customers appreciate the bon vivre, glad to do a friend a favor. Doesn't cost me to be nice, but nothing gets you nothing, everything has got a little price. Master of the house, keeper of the zoo, ready to relieve him with a sou or two. Watering the wine, making up the weight, picking up the knickknacks when they can't sit straight. Residents are more than welcome. Residence is occupied. Reasonable charges plus a little extra on the side. Shit, sorry. Everybody loves a landlord. Everybody's bosom friend. I'll do whatever pleases Jesus when I please him in the end. Everybody now. Master of the house, quick to catch your eye, never wants a passerby to pass him by. Servant of the poor, butler to the great, comforter, philosopher, and lifelong mate. Everybody's boon companion, everybody's chaperone. But lock up your valises, Jesus wanna skin you to the bone. Enter, monsieur, lay down your load, unlace your boots and rest from the road. This weighs a ton, travel's a curse, but here we strive to lighten your purse. Seldom, but here the goose is cooked, here the fat is fried, and nothing's overlooked till I'm satisfied. Food beyond compare, food beyond belief. Mix it in a mixer and pretend it's beef. Kidney of a horse, liver of a cat. Filling up the sausages with this and that. Residents are more than welcome. Bridal suite is occupied. Reasonable charges plus some little extras on the side. Charging for the lice, extra for the mice. 2% for looking in the mirror twice. Here a little slice, there a little cut. 3% for sleeping with the window shut. When it comes to fixing prices, there are lots of tricks he knows. How it all increases, all the bits and pieces. Jesus, it's amazing how it grows. Master of the house, quick to catch your eye, never wants a passerby to pass him by. Servant of the poor, butler to the great, comforter, philosopher, and lifelong mate. Everybody's good boon companion, gives him everything he's got. Dirty bunch of geezers, Jesus, what a sorry little lot.
la la.